Garry Newman and the team at Facepunch have been working on a spiritual successor to Garry's mod called Sandbox. Garry has went on to say that he doesn't really consider this to be a direct sequel to Garry's mod, more a spiritual successor, but that didn't stop me from going onto servers to get people's opinion. I tried to do a bunch of different servers for this, but there is limited footage on DarkRP and Military RP. Despite my best efforts, these servers were just annoying to try to get anyone alone and ask them multiple questions, and the admins were just absolutely no help at all. But with that out of the way, here's the 5 questions that I asked players, and this is what they had to say. Question 1. What's your thoughts on Sandbox?
I think it'll be a good idea to have like a Garry's mod on a newer engine that isn't so decrepit.
It's kind of like CSGO 2 and kind of like Overwatch 2. It's okay, but it's not something I would play every day.
I don't think there's any point in trying to make this game again, you know what I mean?
I mean, I really like it because of the graphics, like the new graphics. It would seem like a very good place to like roleplay, because the current graphics we could do better.
It just looks like a Minecraft. Kind of shitty, I'm not gonna.
It's kind of weird.
I think that it's kind of dumb, especially considering they could just port Gmod to Source 2 and it'd be much better that way. I feel like it just means you have to remake a lot of old mods that have already been made, and also the player models are stupid.
Honestly, a lot more players than it does now. It definitely need better mechanics, I feel.
I don't think it's ever gonna live up to Gmod. The only way it does if they change some key mechanics of the game.
This game is old as hell. It could be good to have another game like that.
It's going to be an interesting one, you see, because there's rumors going around saying that they're going to enforce copyright infringement, which means game modes like fucking Hogwarts RP, Star Wars RP, all them lot are going to be shut down. Complete shit. However, it's just a rumor.
Where did you hear that? Because I heard that too. I've told it. I've already interviewed people, and I was telling them that, but I don't remember where I heard that from.
I believe it was a Facepunch employee that just spoke about it in the Discord.
But I only play Garry's mod for the Star Wars.
It's not official. There's no official statement, so hopefully that never comes out. All hopes that Sandbox goes well. There's a lot of good servers out there on Gmod. Well, like a minority few, but if they were to come over to Sandbox with the new technology of Sandbox, those servers will thrive and do spectacular. But there's some servers that I do not want to see coming over.
Is it gonna use Source Engine 2?
Yes, it's gonna use Source 2.
Oh, then it's gonna be great.
It looks fucking amazing, that's what. You know, these cool little new oval-shaped new characters that are really weird, but really cool. Everything that I've seen of it, pretty cool. Definitely an upgrade compared to this. Yeah.
I haven't seen much of it, but my first opinion was that looks really fun, but I think I'll stick with Gmod just because of how much culture and add-ons there still is that remain.
I hope he makes it to where the game types can work and make it easy like Gmod is to code, so we can have cool Star Wars, not Nazi stuff. What else is there on Gmod? Murder and Trouble in Terrorist Town. What else? Minecraft ripoff. Fallout RP if anybody plays that. Water RP where you drink water the whole time and then you can get some, I don't know, soap and then drop it.
Well, if it's anything at all like Garry's mod, which I hear is the sequel, correct? It's going to be a very interesting concept, you know? I think it's going to be I think Facepunch is really going to knock it out of the park with this.
I can't wait for Chicken Sex Stoops. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited for the possibilities of Ice Fuse fucking dying. That's something. Also, I can now tackle people in real time in a Source Engine game as a clone trooper. That's pretty funny.
Excited for the new graphics for it, but other than that, I feel like it's just going to be more of the same.
The sequel does really well, then, you know, hey, good job, Mr. Newman. But if it, you know, crashes and burns and
Garry's mod's kind of outdated, you know. It's like what, 10-year-old game. It's time for a successor, you know. It needs. I see there's a ton of updates. There's like VR games you can make with it. I think that's so cool. On my own headset, I can rig that up, play Garry's mod. Like there's Garry's mod VR already, but it's janky as hell, you know.
Question 2. What would Sandbox need to have for you to switch to playing Sandbox instead of Gmod?
VR sex mod.
Gmod bitches, bro. You bring the bitches, I'll be there.
Thrusters, for one. 2, I would say weapon mods. specifically this because this is fucking amazing.
What does that do?
This vaporizes anybody. It's a one shot to anybody. You are disappeared from existence.
Honestly, just servers that don't crash every 45 seconds.
That's a good answer.
Without add-ons, have some more stuff without having to install add-ons and more optimized, definitely. That's one of the big things, what I would like to see from them.
I think it just needs sort of more freedom. Something like a better level editor, so like something similar to like Unreal Engine, but like in the game instead. But like I don't know if there'll be an actual editor in the game like there isn't in Gmod.
It would have to look better than it does currently, and probably have somewhat of a community already. I don't want to be like a trailblazer.
Say multiple types of game modes and creativity like Gmod has.
Probably make more interactive like menus. Just stuff that's more interactive, if that makes sense.
What do you mean interactive?
Like stuff you can interact with. Like there's not really enough of that, if that makes sense. You know, for example, some consoles that you put in you can kind of interact with. There's like more of that kind of stuff. Stuff that you can actually
give him an AK-47.
I'm getting the fuck off Gmod as soon as it comes out. As soon as all the proper game modes come out, I'm out of it, pal. You won't see me in this fucking game ever again.
The only thing it needs to have is to release, and then I'll play it.
This FCP server.
Probably some actual RP servers.
More erotic roleplay.
Honestly, my PC's too trash. I don't know. I guess better optimization to even run it. I guess my PC's trash. So yeah, here's that. This is the only reason I don't play it.
Well, for me, my computer wouldn't be able to run it. So if they had like a low spec mode that like changed it to source graphics, which I know would defeat the purpose.
Star Wars content. I only play Gmods to play Star Wars content. Come on, you know I'm a nerd. Come on, buddy.
The same sort of like communities that are on here, like, you know, all the different like game modes, like you got DarkRP, you got Star Wars RP. If all of that is also on this new Sandbox game, then I will consider making the switch, but I'll probably still frequent Garry's mod.
A gym.
A gym?
A gym, yeah. I'm a gym rat. I just got back from football. I want to kill myself. It would have to be cool mods from the community and interesting capabilities.
Graphics is a big plus for me. If graphics are good, I might make the switch, maybe.
The player base, they're not total buttheads, as I will say. If it's a good, welcoming community, then chances are I might try it out.
I mean, there seems to be plenty of features, like the menu choosing games and stuff. Seems like pretty updated. It uses Source 2, I like that. Major issues seems to be that they're not going to use copyright and stuff. I mean, it's player created.
It's just a rumor.
I like that.
It's not 100%, but I could see it, especially since they shut down Harry Potter RP last year.
They did? Oh, that definitely dissuaded me from like playing on Sandbox. That and the sausage characters, they kind of throw me off.
Question 3. Do you think Sandbox will overtake Garry's mod?
It depends if it is marketed right.
I don't think at the level of success that Garry's mod has had, I don't think that it's possible, but there's always a chance.
Probably, dude. Probably.
This game has like, it's so specific to a certain group of people that I feel like people just honestly just won't switch to it because honestly, it just looks kind of ass. But who knows? It might be good.
If they have good advertisement and good PR, like if they get it to the people and enough people see it, then yeah, I'd say so. They just need good advertisement and well-placed ads. Sorry, that's the same thing.
This game's like really old, has a lot of old players, and I feel like a lot of people just won't want to switch over.
I heard that he's also going to be cracking down more on IP-based stuff, like copyrighted stuff. So like Star Wars RP, Harry Potter RP probably won't even be in the game.
Well, if that's the case, sure, a lot of people not go over there that they're playing like this kind of section of Gmod, if that makes sense.
Based on what I've seen from it so far, honestly, I don't think so. I think the name is just like, it's a bit generic, you know, Gmod, everyone knows what Gmod is. And I feel like the game, it's sort of just Roblox too, right? Like,
I mean, it's possible, but the way it's looking right now, it's probably going to be even worse of a meme game than Gmod is. I can't get over how it looks.
Now that's a tough one. I think Sandbox is going to struggle when it first comes out, but I feel like it will grow eventually. With Garry's mod's just so OG, you know? Like all the servers are probably going to still be here and fucking it's still gonna have the originals, you know.
Maybe, but it's going to take a lot of time.
Maybe not in the first few months, but then after a while, people will start going over. But I'll be going over straight away, and so will people of fans of Garry. Let's just say that.
Nope, not a chance.
Probably not. I don't know what it is.
Could, but probably not. But it has a chance.
Never.
Maybe not at first because people need to, carry everything over and see if it will work on that. Garry is very knowledgeable with the sandbox archetype and everything like that. But you thought I was going to give you a serious answer here. I don't know.
I was convinced that you were real serious there for a second. You proved me wrong.
It depends on how well they do, because like if they do really, really well and they make a great game, then maybe it might overtake Garry's mod because of just how old Garry's mod is. But if it's like kind of like a mediocre game-ish, then I don't think it'll overtake Garry's mod because Garry's mod is an old game, but it's also a classic game as well.
No, it will not take over.
Maybe like 6 or 7 years after it comes out, but I don't see it in anytime soon.
Who knows? The only time will really tell that, but I don't see why I shouldn't.
There's a special love to Garry's mod, and I feel like if they were to port over Garry's mod content or like allow the Garry's mod workshop into Sandbox, I think it could very well rival it.
Question 4. What are some things that you think Sandbox might do worse than Gmod?
Lag, compatibility, mod team, maybe dev team.
One word. No, I'm just kidding. Probably, like, it's kind of hard to say. Advanced physics. The level of physics that Garry's mod has.
Can you do any worse than Gmod, man?
The fact that the little characters look like what they called, outside like car dealerships, where
a car salesman?
No, what like the floppy things in the air? They're usually like red or some shit.
Oh, I don't know what those are called, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the characters just look like them, but just more pissed off. They look like a maths teacher.
I don't know if I'm gonna like the models.
I said this before, but definitely the player models. I think they're abysmal compared. Other than that, I feel like it might generally just get like player interaction a bit worse. I've seen some videos, people playing like jailbreak and stuff on Sandbox, and it looks a bit more clunky. I don't know if that's just because it's an alpha or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem as fluid kind of as Gmod is. I mean, Gmod isn't fluid, but you know what I mean.
New games tend not to be as easy to change, so I feel like it's gonna be complicated for new people to change stuff, like add ships and all that. It won't have that nostalgia factor that since it's based off like Half-Life 2 and all that.
Honestly, the sandbox aspect of Sandbox is extremely weak. The graphics of Sandbox is extremely weird, and I think it's just not as social as Gmod is, if you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I think in those aspects it falls behind quite a lot.
The copyright infringement rumor doesn't really help the game at all. And the fact that Sandbox has taken, 3 years now in development, and they're still developing it. There's no beta for it. There's nothing. There's a lot of games coming out that have been announced but not actually come out. I feel like they're going to struggle a little bit here, considering they've had, 3 years to do the game now? There's uncertainty about the game, you know?
I don't know how RP is going to work over there, especially with how not realistic the models look. But other than that, I think everything else will work pretty well.
Erotic roleplay. I second Meaties. Yeah, erotic roleplay.
I guess maps there's not a lot of maps add-ons, I guess, from what I saw.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like most people aren't going to switch because, I mean, they've already made so many memories on this game. Why would they switch to a less popular version? So I don't really think it does anything better or worse. Well, I mean, it has better graphics.
It's kind of the staple now that Sandbox have to have shitty graphics because what was that one thing called? Come on, help me.
What thing?
I bought it. The developer stole people's money, and then he jerked us off for 2 weeks saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna update it," so that way we couldn't refund it, and then he just bailed on it. Let me pull it up really quick. Hold on. It's called Mod and Play. He was like, all right, guys, thanks for the money. He literally said, thanks for the money, guys. What an asshole, dude. I remember it because he burned me so bad. I was like, ooh, you bastard. This was supposed to be the new Gmod. How dare you?
Have the fan base, I guess, all the people who grew up on Garry's mod, so it's like a nostalgic game for them. They don't have the appeal as Gmod, the same appeal as Gmod.
No copyright. I can't touch Cortana's feet in Source Engine 2, which making me very sad right now.
The RP aspect of just the RP aspect.
I think there's definitely a community around Gmod that is hard to replace. Other than that, I think everything but better, isn't it?
And question 5. What do you think of the Sausage Man model that they're using as the default models?
Makes me hungry and also wants the VR6 mod more.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
What do you think of the Sausage Man model that they're using as the default model?
It just looks like ass. They've just like let's get a sausage. Like, do you know the like paler meat that you get that's like crushed up pig shit? And then the Half-Life 2 stuff is shit anyway, but like it's just shit on shit.
I mean, hopefully you'll be able to change them, but no, I wouldn't really say they're the best start for a model, but you're most likely going to be able to change them, so it really won't matter. I don't think people should try to rate the models you get from the start.
I definitely wouldn't say I like that. Kind of look like a bit geriatric. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, no.
I think they're all naked babies, and they look like the CSGO model, but a million times worse.
The second I saw it, I broke out laughing. So just laughing.
It's ugly and it's disgusting. They need to get rid of it.
Fucking ugly. Fucking ugly. I do not want to see that man in the game. Ever. I don't want to see that man. Ever.
That looks like a disgusting fetus to me, so no, I do not like that.
I think it's good, but in all honesty, I hope you can change it to like models like what we've got now and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a horrendous game then if it's if the Sausage Man woman comes along.
I think it's
Fucking
weird. I think it
chaos.
looks weird.
I despise it when it's gone.
Personally, I think if they just had default, like, Half-Life Alyx player models, like these ones have Half-Life 2 player models, I think it would actually bring in a lot of new players if it was, like, marketed as Gmod but VR.
What the fuck? It looks like a deformed penis that took into a human form. Yeah, I didn't even know about this. All right, hold up. Gary, what are you doing, man? Come on. You can do better than that. I don't want to walk around as a penis. Come on.
Yeah, I can't really imagine Star Wars RP with that being the default model. That's just gonna be
That'll be
goofy.
my admin skin.
What in the sausage party bullshit is that? Fucking hate it. It looks like fucking, you know that bitch on TLC's My 1,100 Pound Life, whatever, Tammy?
I'll
Looks like fucking Tammy.
I'll Google it and put something on the screen for people to see. I don't know what that looks like though.
It looks like fucking Tammy.
Kind of looks stupid, so yeah, he looks kind of stupid, I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck? I love it. The model's phenomenal.
That looks like a really bad knockoff of Fall Guys, but just trying to make it a person. Oh my god, that's bad. No, that's bad. That's what I have to say. That's bad. That's disgusting.
Gee, goddamn.
No, heck no. What is this? What are these sausage? What's wrong with humanoid models? There's nothing wrong with it. They could stylize something more humanoid. I mean, come on. How am I supposed to Star Wars RP as a big fat sausage? What am I supposed to do?
So there you have it. There's people's opinions on Sandbox. As for my opinion, I'm a bit conflicted. From what I've seen so far, it just looks a lot like Gmod meets Roblox more than it does a Gmod type game, but I'm hoping to be proven wrong. I was actually really surprised at how many people I asked that didn't have any clue about the existence of Sandbox to begin with. After editing this video, I noticed they actually are updating the default models. It's still really early, so they're gonna do a lot more work on them, hopefully. So we'll have to wait and see how they turn out. Let me know your opinions of Sandbox down in the comment section, and if you made it this far in the video, thanks, gamer.